Hey everyone, Anna Krueger here, Sparking Progress, No Script Sales Method. And today we're going to learn a leadership lesson that will help you with your clients. All right, well, as you know, in past videos, I've been getting a lot of analogies from watching this professional dog trainer train my dog. Uh, who would have thought that would help me in real estate, right? But I had a big aha the last time I interacted with him. And he was teaching me about how with dog behavior, he's like, first of all, I don't read dog behavior books. I read How to Build Resilient Children books. It's the same psychology, so that surprised me. And then he said, I want you to watch something. And he had several different dogs there, one of which had just come in. He had a Rottweiler that just came into his care and at the very beginning of training. And he said, I want you to watch the difference of how this dog walks on the leash based off how I'm walking. And so he went outside and walked, and he was facing the dog, kind of waiting to see what the dog would do. And the dog was not behaving. That's the bottom line. Then he turned. He didn't say anything to the dog. He didn't make a hand signal. He didn't make a command. He simply turned and started walking with authority. And I watched that Rottweiler puppy get up and come up right beside him and start walking. And what I took from that, and his whole point was, they're looking for leadership. And the way you communicate leadership to a dog is confidence, walking with confidence, going the direction you want to go, and they will follow. And I've seen this over and over. I'm a pattern observer. My number one strength is strategic. So patterns, I notice them very easily. And now I've noticed it over and over and over. When they're outside in the yard, if you are looking at the dog, waiting for them to do something, very rarely do they do the thing you want them to do. But when you get into action and you just start leading, they tend to follow. And it made me think how we show up with our clients and just the people in our life. But how we show up as a leader, are we showing up looking to them, waiting for them to make a move? Or are we guiding them? And so in No Script Sales class, we talk a lot about the verbiage, the next step is. So just telling them the next step is to meet with me. The next step is to write an offer. The next step is to negotiate this particular thing. The next step is to find out what you owe in your house. And that's us being the leader. When we lead, they will follow. I know this may not be popular opinion because there's a lot of trainings that teach you to ask a client, will you sign with me today? I've never asked that question. The thing that I like to say is your next step is to sign this paperwork, and that will activate the next step. Because if I'm the leader, I'm just telling them the next thing. What I know is if they don't want to hire me, they'll tell me and they're not going to sign the paperwork. They're not just going to sign it because I'm saying. But what I've learned through time is as I lead, as I direct, the next thing to happen is this. And then the next step after that is this. They follow and they do it, and then we have clients. So that's my tip for you. How can you walk confidently as a leader to your buyers and sellers, or whoever it is you're working with, and in such a way that they'll follow? You don't have to always be looking to them to figure out the next step. You tell them the next step and see what happens. All right, I'll catch you in the next video. See you soon.